Do you know what makes your house a home? Do you know what makes your house valuable? Yes, it's you. You make your house a home. But do you know which rooms increase the value for resale? It's the kitchen and bathrooms. Hey, I'm Pete the Plumber. I'm here to help you get your bathrooms and kitchens in tip-top shape. You won't believe the stuff I see. Your plumbing emergencies are no match for me and my team. I'm going to show you how to deal with all kinds of plumbing catastrophes and to get you inspired for your next bathroom and kitchen upgrades. Rob Kerr. Rob Kerr has been the voice of sports around Calgary for at least 15 years that I know, but it could be much longer than that. He's been the Flames pregame show, he's been on the Fan 960, been on tons of radio station, and he knows sports, particularly the Flames. We're here with one of probably the most famous sports celebrity voice in all of Calgary. The mighty, the one, the only Rob Kerr.
Well, and I'm here with Pete the Plumber, the superhero of residential plumbing and heating. Are you kidding me? Long-time fan, first-time renovator. I'm excited about this.
That's good. I love exciting renovations.
Yes.
Good. He can pick stats and scores and playoff games right out of the blue. Like you're, how do you remember those things?
No.
What are we doing here, Rob?
Well, Pete, I'm real lucky because I get my mom to live with us. And she's lived with us for, since we moved to Calgary 13, 14 years ago, and she's helped raise our kids. But she lives downstairs. She has a nice home, her own sewing room and everything. She's completely self-reliant. But I'm a little concerned moving forward. Doing some forward planning, Pete, that's what I'm doing.
Yep.
Here's the shower she uses right now. As you can see, it has a seat, it's got a little bit of a crack in it, it's a little small. Fine, she can, no problems right now, but I'm thinking about down the road. Down the road, I need something that's safe, I need something that she can use, I need something that's just perfect for her, so I'm thinking about a walk-in shower with a bench, some safety rails. She didn't want to hear about the safety rails now, Pete, but she may need them because I want her here as long as she can possibly stay. I want her here for the next 3 or 4 decades.
The Alt-Trek makes a fantastic fiberglass base with a molded-in seat, nice and easy to clean. And now we would tile or we could put an insert. I would recommend you tiling here to give you a bit more pizzazz. The bathroom is very big, very luxurious, and lots of light. I love all the light. There's a couple pot lights, a lot of wall lights, ceiling lights, a lot of light in the basement. It's very important. Were you thinking of tile possibly?
I am. I've done a little bit of tiling in the past, did it in our master bedroom. You know, nothing too extravagant, but I think it would look, I think she has her eyes on something kind of ivory, whitish, maybe a little trim on it. And I'm up for it. You got a guy? Do we know a guy?
I know a guy.
Do you know a guy?
I know a guy.
That can get me, because I'll do it. I have no problem doing it. I just need to get it.
I got a guy named Mike.
I
got a name named Mike. You know Mike? Mike from Tally Renovations.
Mike Lee?
Mike Lee, do you know Mike Lee?
Mike Lee, let me tell you about Mike Lee. He's a mobile defenseman that can move a puck, that's for sure. He's got a little offensive upside, and every Friday I try to get in his face, try to forecheck him, but that kid moves it too quickly. I know Mike Lee, I got a scouting report on Mike Lee.
You probably do.
I do.
You probably know Mike Lee better than Katie King, right?
They're right there. They're right there.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this is great. Great base, great stuff. I've got a couple ideas for faucet. Obviously, we'll raise the faucet.
Okay.
And I want to keep it open.
Okay.
Because we are in a basement, of course, and we don't want that dungeony feeling.
Right.
It's so bright and so wide here. It's great.
Can we keep the light?
Absolutely. We're not going to touch the ceiling.
Perfect.
I don't think we have to touch the ceiling
Perfect.
at all. Again, thus save money.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with the rest
Remember,
of
I work in radio, all right? So let's,
Yeah, but you know Johnny Hockey.
I know, but that's all I do. I know him. I know him. That's great. Now, this is the other part. These, like bars, you can see we added one.
Yes,
but can we do something a little bit more, formal's wrong, but structured, a little bit more practical?
Yes. What we're going to do is we'll get the base. Obviously, we'll demo everything. You'll demo everything.
I'm going to demo it.
And we'll get the base in here. That's
Okay.
the first step. Right down the studs. Then we'll get Mom in here.
Okay.
And we'll get her sitting down and find out where her grab points would be.
So we have that kind of customization. I don't have to live with something pre-built or something that's already in place. We can literally put her in there and what works for her, customize it.
At this stage now, it's perfect because we're thinking of it.
But that's got to be hard a little bit for some of your customers, right? Because nobody really wants to look into the future. They're in the here and now. And that's the part about this. This isn't necessarily for her today as much as it is for 5, 10, 15 years down the road. So I imagine when you do a project like this, sometimes I might get forgotten.
Well, in a lot of cases, people don't look down the road because they don't think they're staying there.
Right.
The average homeowner only stays, on the average, 5 years. So the average really doesn't think of that, unless they might have a senior living with a mom, dad,
Right.
uncle, aunt, of course, grandparents or something like that. Then they think of it. They're not as mobile to move. Okay. So in most cases they don't, but you're thinking ahead, which is awesome.
This sounds great.
And we better get your hammer and get at her.
I love destroying stuff, so I'm excited.
But you know the first call?
What's that?
I better call Mike, just to get him warmed up for you.
All right, but remember, Mike, again, puck moving defenseman. He's got some good offensive upside. A little shaky on the defense. I think he can do it.
I don't know anything about that, but he's one hell of a good renovator.
He's a great renovator.
And that's all you care about right now.
That's all I care about right now.
I better give Mike a call and get him warmed up for this. He's a great voice. He's very charismatic. He knows everything you need to know about the Flames. I don't know how he's going to rip it apart. Taking the office guy, putting him in the renovation scene. It's going to be interesting. It's going to make for good TV. That's for sure. Well, we're going to see. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. The saving grace is Mike, the contractor's got his back. So if he falls flat in his face, Mike's going to pick him up, dust him off, and get it done. I'm glad he knows him, but I would have brought Mike or somebody in anyhow.
We know your home is important to you, and you are important to us. You trust us with your painting, cleaning, window washing, ceiling texturing, and all your renovation needs. We put our personal best into what we do, and your satisfaction is guaranteed. Harding Services, for peace of mind solutions.
When a business has been around for more than a century, there are reasons why. Quality craftsmanship and top-notch customer service are the reasons Flesher Marble and Tile have been in business since 1910. Come see our extensive selection of tiles, marble, granite, and other natural solid surfaces from around the world. When you choose us, you can rely on us. We've built our reputation on it. Flesher Marble and Tile.
Since our beginnings in 1983, Woodridge Ford Lincoln quickly grew into one of the top-ranked dealerships in Canada. We have been consistently awarded because our customers are our top priority. More than 50,000 clients agree. Calgarians keep returning to us for their new vehicles. Woodridge Ford Lincoln, where Calgary comes for Ford.
Oasis Construction and Landscaping, Calgary's premium choice for over 10 years. We offer a complete range of services, landscape design, and snow removal. At Oasis Landscaping, we believe that everyone should have a beautiful, usable, outdoor living space. With over a decade of experience, we have mastered our technique and incorporate the best installation methods to give you, our customer, the best and longest lasting result. Let us create your future oasis.
I'm about set to do the project with Pete. I'm so excited to work with Pete the Plumber, the superhero of residential plumbing and heating. Heck, I knew him when he used to be Peter the concerned citizen of plumbing and heating. Look how far he's come. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not a pro, he is, but we're going to make this work. Well, Pete, as you can see, I figured it out. Took me a while. I was going to take each tile off, and then I decided, it's going to take the whole wall down. It's ready for your guys. I got a little cleaning up to do, but it'll be ready for the professionals from Pete the Plumber to come in and do their magic.
We're like ham and eggs.
Yes. Let's put it this way. I am a little more comfortable with Mike putting this stuff, or helping me put this stuff up together, because as Mike knows, my gap control is terrible. Mike's got good gap control, so there won't be a lot of space in here, so that's not a bad thing.
Well, it's good. Like you need a yin and a yang. Some thunder,
Yeah,
some lightning,
right.
some ham, some eggs, those kind of things. We need it to work.
Some skill, a big slow guy. It's beautiful. It's a combination made in heaven. Yeah, I mean, I feel more into it. There's no doubt about it. It's the old Billy Crystal line, right? It's better to look good than to feel good. And I didn't want Mike coming over here thinking I didn't know what I was doing, so I had to put on my belt. Because you can see Mike's not wearing a belt, and he's a professional, so
Wow.
nothing says amateur more than weekend warrior with belt on, with all kinds of things that I'll never use.
We do the screw holes in the seams first, just to make sure that they're filled, and then we'll cover everything else.
Paint the fence.
Robert's on.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
So now what we're doing is we're getting our final coat, the red guard on, which will complete our 2-stage waterproofing. We have to let that cure overnight, and then tomorrow we'll be back to do the tile setting.
My heart's bigger than my head. I mean, I'm glad I'm doing this, and I'm learning a lot, and I wasn't cocky or anything going in, but I'll tell you right now, I'm humbled. I am absolutely humbled.
Well, you know, Rob, I kind of think you can't be afraid of it either, which is good.
Nope.
Because it's not rocket science.
Nope.
But like we said, there's a handful of right ways of doing things, and there's hundreds and hundreds of not so right ways of doing things.
YouTube's great, but it isn't. It's not a university. You shouldn't go there and watch a 5-minute YouTube video on tiling and go, "Give it to me. Let's do the bathroom now," because it ain't gonna happen that way.
Well, they're not giving diplomas out yet.
They are not. They are not.
We have some expert help here, and it's going to get done right, and it's
Yep.
going to be waterproof, so that
You don't have to come back and remove the mold.
That's right.
For nearly a decade, we at Guns N' Hoses have provided the highest quality roofing, exteriors, and attic insulation to over 2,000 homes here in Calgary. With all-season roofing, free video estimates, and a 10-year workmanship warranty, we go above and beyond to earn your business. We are proud of our record, providing you with a stress-free experience. We want you to know that to our family, this is more than just business.
You protect what you care for. Guns and Hoses, more than just roofing.
What if your bathroom could be turned into your private spa? It's your home, your haven, your sanctuary. It's the place where you escape the stress and unwind. For a multitude of health benefits, as well as the reward of seeing your stress melt away. Call Beauty Saunas and Baths and see your bathroom become your dream getaway.
didn't have to make them so comfortable, but we did. Toto.
Hi, I'm Pete the Plumber. You might be surprised to see me without little Dino in this gorgeous kitchen. I'm here with Mike from Tally Renovations.
Thanks, Pete. We are really proud of it. It is beautiful. More importantly, it's built right. So many homeowners here in Calgary have talked to us about their horrible experiences with renovations. These same homeowners come to us for the excellent service and high level of quality that they know we deliver.
And that is why Mike is one of the top guys I always refer.
Tally Renovations. Beautiful spaces, built right.
We're back here at Rob Kerr's house with the finished product. I'm just looking at it, and I have to say, Rob, when I walked in, I went, wow, pow, looks awesome. The first thing that caught my eye was the glass tiles.
Yeah.
Whose choice was that?
That was Mom's.
Wow.
That was Mom's.
But it looks good. The colors are great. The tiles are, it's got the marbly finish.
Yeah.
It's not flat. Not flat, but that was a real pow factor. The door looks great. Kenny and the Accent boys did a fantastic job. Nice thick 10 mil glass. Beautiful, beautiful. We got our beautiful Moen display. From the single lever to the diverter to the big 6-inch rain can to the slide bar. Mom with the slide bar, because we were thinking of doing a couple of hooks, but she didn't go with the slide bar.
Yeah. Well, it appears that way, Pete.
It appears
Unless you got a screwdriver, I think it's there.
It's there. And then the grab bars are obviously there. We've done a lot of grab bars. Now, Mom was adamant where she wanted the grab bars. And go over us again why she wanted it there and there.
Because we're looking down the road and what she might need. So that grab bar in particular, that middle grab bar, she'll be able to sit down and she'll be able to hang on to it and pull herself up.
Right.
So she has that one. She has one for getting in, which is more to stabilize her. And then she put one on the other side of the wall just to kind of match it. Again, if she needs, we're thinking that this whole thing is about a couple years down the road.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And if she's going to need some help, she can do it because those bars are in there good.
Yes, yeah, well, like we had all the backing. We've got the seat over here, so this grab bars to help get in and or out is right there.
Right.
And when she's sitting down, she can use this grab bar to sit down.
Yeah.
And then obviously clean herself.
Right.
Or she can just put this on a stationary hook and have a shower underneath it.
Exactly.
What for, but when she wants to get up, obviously she has this one to pull up.
Right.
2 hands, 1 hand, whatever. That's in there good.
And the key to that for us obviously was the preparation, right? Having her sit in the tub and mark where the bar was going to go and have her reach it and all of that. Because, as you're going through this, it'd be real easy to, just kind of put it back and away and then not get it right where she needs it. So I'm glad we did that. Yeah.
You don't want her reaching. That's you want it all comfortable. Her independence is going to stay here for years and years and years because she can get in. Because everybody wants their independence for as long as they can.
Yes.
And you did this all by yourself with no help? That doesn't happen very much.
No,
you notice Rob Kerr was stuck there for words? That doesn't happen very much, ladies and gentlemen. He was stuck there.
I can't thank Mike Lee and Andrew from Tally enough because they came in, they let me do it, but they gave me some help and they gave me the tools. So I would say, Pete, if I was going to be honest with you, I would say that probably 55-60% of the tiles were set by me, maybe a little bit more. We grouted it, we siliconed it. And then Mike and I put the grab bars in, which again, I can't emphasize enough. If you're going to put grab bars in and you're putting backing behind, you've got to mark it, and you've got to mark it really, really well, and take lots of photos, because it was the photographic evidence that got us to wood in all of those situations.
Well, you know what? It's terrific working with Rob because he is afraid of nothing. He will take on anything and everything. Now, sometimes you got to pull the reins back a little bit, but that's better than having to kick him in the butt. So, as a guy to work with, he was terrific.
Well, that's good. Remember I said measure.
I know.
I said put more backing in.
Absolutely.
Now, we all went to kindergarten in grade 1 or 2.
Right.
It was the best 3 years of my life.
Right.
And when I was crayoning, I loved crayoning, loved Crayolas, and you had to stay within the lines.
Yes.
I see over here we fell out of the line somewhere.
Well,
what's this?
Okay, so this is red guard, and that is, you'll see or saw probably in there that when we put the boards in, we paint them with the red guard, and that's waterproof. That's kind of a plasticized silicone base. Mike can explain it better than I can. But it's red. And Mike gave me the order. He said, just go in there and coat everything. So I coated, and then it was one of those oh my gosh moments when Mike looked up and said, Rob, stop, you're going too far.
You know, when you have guys that want to do it themselves, and you have, you know, guys like us that have been doing it for years and years, we made our mistakes as well. We want you to benefit from our experience. And then I would say this, when it comes to things like bathrooms, where waterproofing is really important, in fact, it's the most important thing, you want to make sure you get that right. If it's painting, again, you can paint a barn, you can paint a bathroom, whatever, you can paint a fence. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it's not mission critical, where something like waterproofing a shower, that's critical.
So fortunately, we have a little of the blue, and we're just going to touch that up. I would have done that, Pete. You would have been none the wiser, but I don't think we would have educated as well. We needed to show people what mistakes can be made, and I was really good at finding them.
How important is your roof to you? EuroShield, your smart choice in roofing. EuroShield, environmentally friendly rubber roofing systems. Hail, heat, wind, rain and snow, bring it on. Alberta made for any kind of extreme weather. For life. Built from recycled material. Built to endure. Built to cover your home in style. EuroShield, the best choice for your home. Greening the earth, one roof at a time.
Compro offers post-construction cleanup services for when consumer equipment just doesn't cut it. Our disaster restoration service offers fast recovery from fire, flood, grow-ups, biohazardous materials, and other disasters. From asbestos and mold removal to upholstery and furniture steam cleaning, let Compro tackle all of the really big industrial strength cleaning. Compro for all your cleaning needs.
For over 20 years, Alltrek Canada has remained a family-owned, Alberta-grown business. Trusted since 1986 for reputable products and customer service. Alltrek bathtubs and showers are known for their beauty, durability, and value. Strong, sleek, dependable, and built to last. Alltrek, Alberta built.
Come and visit us at CMP Auto, your largest GM dealer in Western Canada. Your one-stop shop for all your sales and service needs. We are family owned and operated, and we treat all of our customers like their family. Browse our selection on cmpauto.com. If you want the best deal in town, come to the home of the rock bottom deals.
Well, if you're head coaching by Mr. Mike Lee, I think you're going to be okay.
I think I'll be okay.
I've been on many jobs with Mike, and I can't say enough about him. He's a great renovator, and he would not steer anybody wrong.
No, absolutely.
But you're happy, Mom's happy?
Everybody's happy, Pete. Are you happy?
Well, I'm happy if you're happy.
Well, the thing is, you kind of gave a little bit of this project to me. Normally, these projects are you and professionals. This time, it was a superhero and an amateur, and somehow we managed to come up with this.
But you had the heart of a line going.
Oh, I had the heart of some.
Pete, I can do it.
Well, it was daunting to say the least, but it was nice right from the get-go that, you know, Pete kind of came in and said, "This is what are you going to do? Okay, this is what it takes. You got a buddy in Mike. You might want to check with him." And I checked with Mike with Tally, and he brought in Andrew. So I'm really excited that we're able to do this for my mom. I'm really excited that she's got the shower that she wants, but I'm really kind of proud of the fact that I was able to put the work into it that I was.
Well, that's good. You're happy. I'm happy.
You're the best, Pete.
Another happy customer.
Mike makes me nervous because I think he wants to believe, but he doesn't believe in me.
Well, actually, we do a lot of work for friends and families, and which is great for us. I always have to remind them that we still have to do the job for them, and we have to get it done. So, you know, you're my friend. I love you, but I love you enough to tell you sometimes how it needs to go.
I do know my limitations. Wasn't touching anything plumbing related. That's what the superhero plumbing is for. The tiles, I think all things being equal, I think if we go in there, you can find a few little things, quirks. But I love it. I think it's something that, I can take a lot of pride in, and I'll always look back and go, yeah, I had a small role to play in that.
Working with Rob in particular, Rob's a radio guy, and he's also known as the talking goalie. And he puts the talking in the talking goalie. So it's great to work with Rob because you get a play-by-play and a color commentary all throughout the whole thing.
The first couple of phone calls, again, I tried to explain. He felt like something's wrong here. I feel sorry for you. Don't feel sorry for me. Mike, empower me. And when Mike empowered me, I think we did good things.
Sometimes I was wearing the earmuffs just so we could get it done. I'm kidding. Rob was terrific to work with.
Mike's a pretty good. Mike hires pretty good guys. I'll say that. Andrew's excellent. Andrew's excellent. But Mike's a really good hockey player. Yeah, that's where I'll go there. They asked me about you. You don't mind if I'm honest here? I said you're a really good hockey player and you hire really good people. That's what I said.
Well, thanks.
I think it's fantastic. Wouldn't hurt to give me a little more confidence in those phone calls. Those early phone calls really but you empowered me as we went along. I think that's good. That's good.
We have to empower to the appropriate level.
Yeah, I think we hit that level.
Rob's not afraid. He's done tons of jobs around the house.
But this is the best one, by far. They're jobs, and I've done them, but this is the best one. But it's a first-class project, and I got to play a small role in it. I lucked out.
For all the DIYers out there, don't be afraid of anything. There's lots of knowledge out there, but also don't be afraid to call a pro to get the benefit of their experience, their knowledge, and to make sure it gets done right.
Rob, you got me up here. What's going on?
Well, so you guys are kind enough to teach me a few skills and give me a little confidence. So it's my job now to give you a new skill because Pete, the plumber, the superhero of residential plumbing and heating, it's got some panache to it. But you know what it doesn't have? A podcast. So we're going to do the Triple P podcast, Pete the Plumber's podcast. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit record. Hey everybody, I'm Rob Kerr and I'm here with the superhero of residential plumbing and heating and Pete the Plumber. We have got our first debut podcast going. You and I talking of all things plumbing because you're the superhero of plumbing and I got plumbing questions and we got listeners who sent in emails with plumbing questions. First of all, what's the biggest mistake a residential homeowner who knows nothing about plumbing makes? My guess, no, don't tell me, because let me guess. My guess is they don't thread correctly and then they get the tape in there and they use all those bargain brand things and you have to come in to fix it. What's the biggest plumbing problem you face, Pete?
I wasn't ready for that. I'm not even sure what a podcast is. But boy, he got me in the spot there and I was just in oh boy, what do we do now? I didn't know whether to laugh, cry, or get off the pot. He had me going and oh boy, I was wrapped right up in the world of Rob Kerr in conversation then. I just didn't know what to say. I don't know what to say after that introduction.
Then fine. Then we'll go to questions. We got a question here from Mike L. Mike says, Dear Rob and Pete, how come Pete never seems to appreciate the work of contractors? Pete, do you care to respond to Mike's comments?
Because the work of contractors aren't plumbers. And when contractors try to do plumbing work, they should stay away from it and stay to their contracting work. Let the plumbers do their work. Do I do your Rob job?
No,
do I go there,
no,
Rob? Save it.
No. We're doing our jobs together. Now, what you led me to believe is there's a hierarchy. In home construction, in home renovation, there's a hierarchy. We start down at the bottom with the bricklayers. You got to lay the foundation, right? And then with the tile setters, where are we at? Because we know the plumbers are at the top of this chain, right at the top. That's where the plumbers sit, right at the top.
Usually it's the plumber at the bottom because everything flows downhill, and I get it. When it doesn't flow downhill, I get called.
So on this edition of Pete the Plumber's podcast, we learned at the top of the food chain when it comes to home renovations is the plumber because it all flows downhill.
That's right. Exactly.
That's true.
But then the sewage comes down to old Petey, everything there.
And then there's Tally right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Right. The most important place you can be.
That's what he's the sandwich. He's like the meat.
Exactly.
He's not the bun, he's the meat.
So there you go, Mike. Hopefully that answers your question. What an edition of Pete the Plumber's podcast, right here from my kitchen. You better call the superhero of residential plumbing and heating, Pete the Plumber.